Welcome to this week's Twin Flame card reading, and we start as usual with the Divine Feminine energy. And this week we've got a pretty strong card to begin the reading. So this card is pointing to trauma wounds, PTSD, maybe even complex PTSD. And it's asking feminines this week to look at any feelings coming up relating to events in the past. And this card points to kind of seriously unhealthy patterns, but trauma can be even small things, small events that happen that just stay with us, things that we don't forget, incidences where maybe we got left behind when we were a child in a shop, or got lost, or something happened at school, or we witnessed a fight, or anything like that that kind of stays with you. Perhaps an event where you weren't allowed something, you weren't allowed to have your good, and you learned that that was a bad thing somehow, or maybe you learned to think about yourself in a particular way because of what you were told. Maybe your boundaries were violated in some way, your personal space. And so that card is saying, take a look at those wounds, because they will show up in your union and you can heal them. So really, bringing love to those places and letting yourself know that you've always been loved by the divine, and that you are always perfect and innocent and pure, and love, which is what you are, can never be harmed, can never be damaged in any way. So you can gently release old traumas bit by bit as you apply the mirror exercise and love yourself. So no need to stay in depression, anxiety or anger. Just allow yourself to feel and show up for those parts of you that are hurting. If you want more support with that, reach out to me and I can point you in the direction of some trauma healing at the mind alignment process, or I can work with you through coaching and help you chip away at those feelings. So let's move on to the next card. And of course this might relate. This card is Karmic Family, and it says a relationship with someone in the immediate family who's been brought back from previous lifetimes to work things out peacefully. And of course, we've all been here. Maybe you believe this, maybe you don't, but I do. I believe we've been here many times, and of course we do meet the same people. And really, choices are what change the past. So even if you have known each other from a previous life, you don't need to focus on the previous life. Everything you need is here in this life. And it's about your current choice now. That's what matters. So is there a pattern playing out in your family or in the family of a karmic partner? Is there something being played out that you don't like? And what do you need to learn there? Do you need to place some boundaries? Do you need to change your approach to certain connections and relationships? Maybe do you need to release some people? So that's kind of a place to look this week for clues. What exactly is going on in those connections, and what do you need if you're not enjoying those connections? And then the third card for Divine Feminines this week is the card of inspiration. And this really makes me feel that as you go within and you take a look at maybe some trauma patterns, maybe some family patterns coming up, that you are going to feel some inspiration. You're going to feel some connections, some ideas, some divine guidance coming through. And that can come through from anywhere, through a reading like this. It can come through from chatting to a friend, reading a book, watching a film, anything and everything. Love can speak through. And this card really shows me that you are going to have a breakthrough of some kind. And with the butterfly here, it's going to transform maybe the way that you thought about something or felt about something, or really even about knowing that you always have a choice. You can step out of a bad situation. Even if you don't think you can, you still can just by making a choice. We always receive what we're choosing. So if you want better, you've got to choose it, like your union. You've got to say, yes, that's for me, and I'm going to do what it takes to get there. So this card is really an invitation to accept that inspiration and make some new choices. So very, very powerful week for Divine Feminines. Now let's take a look at Divine Masculines. This week we've got this huge library. Look at that, with all the books up to the ceiling. I love it. And it says knowledge. It says trying to better understand the connection with their counterpart by reading books, searching the internet, watching readings, etc. So this card is saying that Divine Masculines are looking into what it is they're feeling, what's going on within their heart. They're maybe being drawn to teachings about love, about how to have good relationships. Maybe they're being called into spirituality. Maybe they're studying the same things you are, because obviously you share one consciousness. So you're learning as one. So everything you learn, everything you heal, everything you apply, that goes into your shared consciousness. And that is, received by the Divine Masculine, whether consciously or not, it's going into that awareness. So it's really good. He's seeking to understand, seeking to learn, which is perfect. We've all got to realize, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to have a twin flame harmonious union. It's okay to acknowledge that. I don't know how to do that. It's not the same as ordinary relationships. It works on a completely different way. And because of that, we have to learn how to do it in a way that it works. So next card for Divine Masculines. I love this card. It's so sweet. It's the loyal card, loyalty. So in his heart, he's very, very loyal to love. And it's showing with this image that he's willing to go all the way, that this loyalty to love is so important, and he's not going to give up on it. So if you are under any worries or feeling concerned, what's my Divine Masculine doing? He's loyal to love. That's all you need to know. That means that his heart is guiding him to you. It's perfect. And then the next card is overindulgence. So although he's learning, although he's loyal, he's numbing out. He's using maybe eating, drinking, spending, just things on the outside to try and make himself feel better while he's healing. And of course, that's looking for love outside of yourself, looking for instant gratification. And that's not really meeting the deep inner need for love in the heart. So he's still running patterns like that. Maybe you are too. Maybe you want to take a look at that. Are you seeking, do you see your twin flame, your beloved, as the source of love? Well, they're not. Your heart, the source of love, is within you. It's God, if you use that term. Divine love, the universe, right? Nature, that's the source of love. So when you go to love, and rather than a person, love will always meet you there, and then your person is free to be as they are and go through what they're going through without you needing to worry about anything. Love is always with you. So now let's go to the union cards in the center and see what's going on in the joint energy. And we've got Archangel Michael. You're working closely with this powerful archangel who is protecting and guiding you through this situation. So Archangel Michael, he cuts through all the nonsense, all the ego, all the illusions. And he's here protecting your union, cutting through fears, traumas, concerns, bad patterns that make you feel unhappy. So you can call on him when you need some support. Call on him in your heart. And then the next card, oh, that's interesting. So the next card says, don't let pride get in your way. And we've got this, obviously, Leo lion in the center there. And I was saying a moment ago, recognize if you don't know how to do something. So when we let pride get in the way, we think we have to do it on our own, that we have to have all the answers, that we should, and I'm going to put that in inverted commas, know what we're doing. But, you know, you can't do brain surgery if you haven't been taught. So don't even try. And twin flame harmonious union is like brain surgery. It's super, 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 super advanced. It's something that you have to learn how to do. You can't do it on your own. You can't learn that from thin air. You have to be shown. You have to learn from people who know how to do that. So don't let pride get in your way. Allow yourself to be helped, is what that card is saying. Go get support. Say, hey, you know what to do. Show me. And if you're willing, I would more than happily show you how to heal those blocks. And then the last card we have for your union this week is We Will Be Together Again. And that is a really, really beautiful and reassuring message to end the reading on. So have faith, we will be together again.